Employees' participation is a crucial element in the process of transforming me to we. That's our internal branding, right? So what you can do is take time to engage employee in corporate activities, right? For example, when you do rebranding, you do strategic plan launches, don't get the management staff to do it. It's all boring. Get the employees to organize it, get the employees to develop it, and launch the plans. You create brand ambassadors, so you have internal engagement. So you're shifting your focus away from money to the heart. How do you engage employees at the heart? Right? Get them to feel that the value of this organization is internal. When you do a charity walk, and I'll show you some pictures of that. When you do a charity walk, make sure all the employees turn up, even if it's a Saturday. Right? And run some competitions and give away some prizes, and create some fun around it. And raise some money for charity, because there are a lot of Singaporeans and maybe non-Singaporeans who are in Singapore who love charity. And unless you can facilitate that process and engage them into the charity process through your organization, you might lose some of these opportunities. And I'm going to speed up because I think I'm left with a couple of minutes and Nano should be coming around soon. When we had an opportunity to engage staff in charity and fundraising events, we did that wholeheartedly. Yeah? And what it meant was, if you see the picture on your right, the guy in crutches is actually our employee. Right? And he was doing this run. So I told him, I said, look, you're not going to run alone. Huh? We put together 30 runners to run with him. Right? Every single step of the way. And that single event turned him around for him to be able to say to me that this is the best run that I've had. Right? And he even broke his personal record, right, in running this because he felt the support of the 30 staff around him. Okay, so make use of those opportunities when you get them. The picture on the left is actually cancer patients. Right? We brought them to the Singapore Flyer. Right? Got them onto the flyer for a ride and brought them to the office for lunch and chit-chat. They loved it. And a lot of relationships have been built because of that. Okay? So these are opportunities. You're shifting away from just money. Remember Samir talked about the top 3 engagement, right? I think, I've listed here, people, the work, and the opportunities that you create for people. So these are some examples of what you can do. Then you listen and implement, make sure your management team either distributes breakfast and gifts or they play the guitar for employees. Right? If they're not doing any of that, make sure in the performance appraisal you put it down as one of the action items. Don't be so tough with them. I think the idea in a crisis or in a difficult year is to put your management team in front of your employees as often as you can. But put them in a different light. Make them do things that they would not normally be comfortable doing. Right? Make them stand at the entrance of your building to welcome employees to the office every day. Some of you look surprised. Huh? We don't do it on a daily basis, but do it with a reason to give away something. Give away breakfast, give away chocolates, give away ice cream. Get your CEO, I've got some pictures and I can share this with you. Get your CEO to scoop ice cream for your employees. Right? And they will queue up, and if you put 3 people, right? The CEO queue is always the longest. Employees just love the fact that the CEO is scooping ice cream for them. And they will go for seconds. Although I'm standing on the left and I got no business. Because they love the CEO for doing what he does. So you need to think about these sort of things in terms of employee engagement, right, and benefits. Because ice cream is a benefit. How often are you willing to tell your employees for 1 hour stop working, come down to a certain location and we will give you free ice cream? And then make sure that your management team supports it. Make sure that even the operations people are involved. Make sure the customer service people have ice cream as well. And give some ice cream to the customers while you're doing it. Right? So these are sort of benefits, little things that you can do regularly that will have a big impact for your employees. And finally, I think it's about, how do you reassess, restructure, reskill, and redeploy people? We were faced with a crisis, so we had to reassess our skill set, redeploy our people, restructure our business. And that is in itself a good benefit because employees get to do something new. They get to move into a new role, into a new job. Right? Right? So I think that was pretty exciting for a lot of people. Focus on performance-linked bonuses. Don't only talk about it. You got to shock people, right? You got to shock people that some of them don't receive bonuses, right? And you got to shock some of them that they receive so much bonus they don't know what to do with it. Now I'm not saying that I pay a lot of bonuses. I'm just saying the concept of differentiation is about shocking people, right? And when you do your merit reviews, you do your merit increments. Now, you know we were in a difficult year in 2008. It was a tough year for us, 30% turnover, crisis over our head. We still gave out merit increments, annual increments. We still did that. The management team took the lead by saying that we don't need anything, give it to the staff. Right? 2009, we still paid out. And quite interestingly, based on the stats that Samir had shown, we actually paid more than that. Right? So for an organization that's going through a lot of adversity and challenges in a difficult economic year, we still were committed to paying our best employees. Right? And that's what we mean by shocking. Some of the employees didn't really, they were surprised that they actually got an increment. Right? And they actually came to tell me about it. And I think the other thing is, focus on improvising and offering incentive plans that really make a difference or impact employees positively. And I think Molly talked about it as well. I think it's all very important. Communication. Employees need to know what's happening. Do they have a job tomorrow, next week, next month, next year? They want to know, particularly if you're going through difficult times. Right? I'm sure a lot of employees last year had this question in their mind. Some of them will continue to have this question in their mind this year. And do town hall sessions, communication sessions, do them regularly, do them just for no reason. Get your CEO to talk to individual staff, get your CEO to talk to groups of staff, get your management team to walk around and do communication sessions. And the interesting thing is, don't need to count how many sessions you do. You need to lose track of how many sessions you do. You've got to make it as regular as possible, right? So that people don't feel surprised that, just because it's a crisis, so our bosses are talking to us. Right? They should not be feeling that way. And when you do those sessions, follow up with a short survey. Right? Send out or hire a temp for a day. It'll cost you less than $5 an hour. Or maybe now it's 6, I don't know. Hire a temp, get them to call 50 staff and evaluate the effectiveness of the communication session. Right? Document and improve. I think that's critical. And most interestingly, have fun. Right? Invest in the staff well-being and build 2 staff lounges. Don't build one. One is not enough. Okay. The challenge for us is we have 5 locations. Okay, we have 5 different buildings. So we decided to build 2, and I did not build it in the head office or the main office, which is in Robinson Road. We built it at the locations where the staff actually work. People in the corporate office don't really work. They tell other people at locations to work. So we built 2 staff lounges, and I had 0 say in the staff lounge. The only say I had was the budget. Okay? I told them, okay, this is how much you can spend. The design, the selection of the furniture, the carpet, the colors, the equipment that went in, everything was decided by staff. Okay? Nothing was decided by me. I only said that make sure got 2 microwave ovens. One for halal, one for non-halal. Very important. The rest of it was all designed by staff. We have Wii games and we have a lot of other wonderful things that the staff was surprised. And some staff who have worked in the organization longer than me came to me and said, 10 years ago we talked about a staff lounge. So we made it happen in 2009, which was a very important year for us. And that's partly the reason why our employees saw our compensation and benefits practices change quite drastically. Because now they have a staff lounge. And we do not allow insurance agents in the staff lounge. It is only for staff. Very strict rule that we have. Because we want our staff to go in there, be able to Google, be able to relax, have a coffee, watch some TV, play some Wii games, watch video, whatever they want to do, without the insurance agents disturbing them. Right? Because we want our agents to disturb them at the counters where we service them, not in the staff lounge, right, where people are supposed to relax. Okay? So we've got good use for it. We hold a lot of staff events in there. Okay? So make sure that you do that the next time you have an opportunity. Right? And then you can tell employees, I'm reducing your benefits a little bit to invest in the staff lounge. They'll understand. And what you do is, when you put a vending machine in there, right, make sure you sell a can of Coke for 50 cents. Because the can of Coke outside costs about $1.50. Right? Okay. That's all I have time for. Thank you very much.